Good evening, and today we are at 1524 Lavista Drive, Decatur, Georgia, and we're continuing with our microbiology studies, which is supported by our OMax microscope. Okay, so we were on osteopoiesis, and by definition it is the early development of bone cells or the evolution of bone precursor cells into functional osteoblasts. As you know, my name is Dolphy Gilpin. Yeah, so osteopoiesis. Osteo meaning bone, and poiesis means production or generation. It's the early development of bone cells, or the evolution of bone precursor cells into functional osteoblasts. Now, the process of osteopoiesis, the process itself now involves now, if you should draw a black diagram, right? We put in here now MSC, or mesenchymal stem cells, yeah, this is a process now of osteopoiesis. Mesenchymal stem cell, which is the source now of the bone cell lineage. We call this the bone cell lineage. Bone cell. Bone cell lineage. And which is the source of now the osteogenic cell lineage. Right now, the osteogenic cell lineage. So we are in the process of osteopoiesis, and we have just defined osteopoiesis. So it goes from the mesenchymal stem cells, which are the source of the bone cell lineage, which are the source of the osteogenic cell lineage. Now, this mesenchymal stem cells are committed to the osteogenic cell lineage into the formation now of progenitor cells. And if I should just these are not scale. Call this now the pro or osteoprogenitor cell, osteoprogenitor cells. And from these osteoprogenitor cells now, we have now the preosteoblast. These are cells here in the plural, so let's draw some cells here. Not to scale. Osteoblast, or rather the preosteoblast. And the preosteoblast now give rise now to the osteoblast. And osteoblast to the osteocytes. So that is now a part of the osteopoiesis process. And furthermore, now, these osteoclasts, they have another form of bone cells which form on the surface of the bone, called osteoclasts, and these are sourced now from monocytes. Which are white blood cells, specialized white blood cells called monocytes. And they differentiate into a number of cells here, which we might now call preosteoblast. And these now preosteoblasts fuse together, or these group of cells here, from the white blood cells monocyte to give you now the osteoclast. So we have now the osteoblast and the osteoclast. Now the osteoclast form on the surface of the bone, they dissolve bone. They dissolve the bone. And we can further have some sub-processes now called osteogenesis, histogenesis, and osteoclast. Osteoblastogenesis and osteoclastogenesis. This will be known the specific formation of bone via the osteoblast, and this will be the specific formation of bone via the osteoclast. Now, the osteogenesis can be normal or abnormal, in that if it's normal, then it's healthy bone that is formed. But if it's abnormal, we get a disorder called osteogenesis imperfecta. It is imperfect formation of bone. And this is a group of disorder of the bone, the osteogenic disorder, and it's genetics. Genetics is involved here. When collagen 1A1 and collagen 1A2, these two mainly, there are 16 of them, mutate, and this mutation caused the genetic abnormality and caused the collagen proteins to not to synthesize perfectly, and that's where you get imperfect osteogenesis, imperfect. Anyway, we are on osteopoiesis, and we have outlined the process pathway via the bone cell lineage and the osteogenic cell lineage to form the functional osteoblast and the osteocytes. Now, in a separate topic, we'll be dealing with the disorders of the bone and connective tissue, and we'll have now the osteogenesis imperfecta, which is one of the disorders, and osteoporosis, which is a porous bone, brittle bone, fragile bone, and some relative connective tissue, the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and the Marfan syndrome. But let's stick to our topic here. We are on osteopoiesis, which is the early development of bone cells or the evolution of bone precursor cells into functional osteoblasts. All right, this process could get more intricate and more involved, but we are sort of keeping it basic for the moment here. And what we'll do is just do a brief review before we get to the disorders due to abnormal formation due to genetics, disorders, and so on and so forth. So let's just do a brief review here of the osteopoiesis. And we say now osteopoiesis is an early development of bone cells or the evolution of bone precursor cells into functional osteoblasts. We further state that now in the osteopoiesis process, we have mesenchymal stem cells, these called MSC, which are the source now of bone cell lineage. This is a simple block diagram here. Bone cell lineage, which are the source of now the osteogenic cell lineage. I know that this mesenchymal stem cell are committed to the osteogenic cell lineage to form now osteoprogenitor cells, which form now preosteoblasts, which further mature into osteoblasts and osteocytes. Furthermore, we have another class of bone cells called the osteoclast, which are derived from monocytes, which is a specialized white blood cell, which differentiates into a group of cells here. When these group of cells fuse together, they form the osteoclasts or the osteoclasts. So the osteoclasts are usually a group of more than one cells, and so sometimes they are more than one nucleus. So that's the process now of osteopoiesis. And we'll take a break here and return with the disorders of the bone due to malsynthesis and due to these processes not developing perfectly. We'll take a break and then we'll return.